Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we'll discuss about Zener diodes. In your GATE exam, you can expect at least one question from this topic. Though this chapter appears to be a very easy one, some inherent tricks are embedded in it, resulting in common mistakes performed by the students when solving the problems. So, without wasting further time, let's start. Zener diode is a heavily doped PN junction diode with reduced reverse breakdown voltage that can be denoted as V suffix Z. At forward bias, it acts as an ordinary PN junction diode. However, unlike ordinary PN junction diode, it can conduct at reverse bias as well. Thus, it keeps the voltage constant at Vz when the operating voltage exceeds that threshold limit, that is Vz. That means if the operating voltage is kept on increasing beyond the reverse breakdown voltage, the output is kept constant at Vz up to a certain power rating that I will discuss later. And due to this inherent property, Zener diodes are widely used as voltage regulator. The Zener breakdown occurs in heavily doped PN junction diodes because of their narrow depletion region. When reverse biased voltage applied to the diode is increased, the narrow depletion region generates strong electric field. So this is the depletion region, you all know that. When reverse biased voltage applied to the diode reaches close to Zener voltage, that is Vz, the electric field in the depletion region is strong enough to pull electrons from their valence band. The valence electrons gain sufficient energy from the strong electric field of depletion region and will break bonding with the parent atom. The valence electrons which break bonding with the parent atom will become now free electrons, obviously. These free electrons carry electric current from one place to another place. At Zener breakdown region, a small increase in voltage will rapidly increase the electric current. We will later see the characteristics of Zener diode, but from last 3 slides, it can be summarized that the reverse breakdown voltage for Zener diode is less than that for ordinary PN junction diode. Due to smaller value of reverse breakdown voltage, it can conduct up to certain value of Zener current that can be denoted as Iz max, beyond which the Zener diode may get mutilated due to heating effect. Now here the characteristics of Zener diode is shown here. Now you can see at forward bias it acts as an ordinary PN junction diode, and at reverse bias it can conduct after a certain reverse breakdown voltage Vz, it can conduct up to a certain current limit or power limit, keeping the voltage constant at Vz. Now the characteristics shown here is for practical Zener diode. That means here the drooping characteristics is due to the presence of an internal resistance of Zener diode. That means IR drop occurs here. That's why it does not perfectly follow parallel to this I axis. This is slightly drooping. Had it been an ideal Zener diode, the characteristics would have been straight. That means parallel to the I-axis. And here at knee point, this point, actually breakdown point, looks like the knee of a human being. That's why it is called knee point. At knee point, for practical diode, a knee current, very nominal, exceeds. However, for ideal diode, the knee current should be 0 for ideal, and for practical diode, a very small knee current up to a range of microampere exits here. And this is the symbol of Zener diode. Now, a comparative statement is there for PN junction diode versus Zener diode. The direction of conduction, PN junction diode only conducts at forward bias. However, Zener diode can conduct at both forward and reverse direction, as you know. Now, the reverse breakdown voltage is higher for PN junction diode and lower for Zener diode. Doping level is lower for PN junction diode and higher for Zener diode. These all have been explained earlier. The effect of reverse current, the junction destroys at lower value because the reverse breakdown voltage is already high for PN junction diode, and the junction destroys at higher value. That means up to a high value of current, the Zener diode cannot get mutilated, and it can withstand a high value of current due to the fact that the reverse breakdown voltage value is small here. Now, PN junction diodes are widely used as rectifier clippers and clamper circuits, whereas Zener diodes are used as voltage regulator or wave shapers. Now, for ideal Zener diode, when we call it an ideal Zener diode, that we will discuss here. For ideal Zener diode, the knee current that has been explained in the characteristics curve, the knee current should be 0, and the internal resistance should also be 0. In this case, if you have to find out whether the Zener diode is at on state or off state, this is the procedure. You please follow this. This is the basic principle for solving any problem. For ideal Zener diode, I repeat, this is applicable only in the case where the knee current or minimum Zener current is 0. For this case only, this can be applied. Let's check. This is a typical voltage regulator circuit. An internal or input voltage, you can say input voltage is here as Vi. The diode is, Zener diode is placed at this. This is resistance R and this is the load resistance RL. Now, whether this Zener diode is at on state or off state, for checking that, first we have to find out a typical value of V, that is nothing but V input into load resistance by R plus the load resistance. Now, the Zener diode will be at on state if and only if the V is greater than or equals to the reverse breakdown voltage, that is Vz. Again, I repeat, for solving any problem related to ideal Zener diode, you have to find out this V, that is equal to input voltage into RL by R plus RL by R plus RL. And if this V is greater than equal to Vz, then and then only the Zener diode is at on state. Now, what happens? When the Zener diode state is on, the load voltage will be equal to Vz. If the Zener diode conducts, that means if this Iz value exists, then the output voltage, that is the load voltage VL, will always be at Vz. Whatever this input voltage may be, this output voltage is always kept at Vz. Thus, it acts as a voltage regulator. And if the Zener diode is off, that means this V value is less than Vz, then this will act as an open circuit, and if this is open circuited, the VL value will be obviously equal to this V value, that is V input into RL by R plus RL. You all know this is a very basic circuit theory formula. I repeat again, if V is greater than equals to Vz, then the load voltage is equals to the reverse breakdown voltage, that is Vz. And if V is less than Vz, then the Zener diode is at off state, and this part will act as an open circuit, and the load voltage value is equal to V input into RL by R plus RL. Now, if we apply KCL at node A, that is obviously it can be shown that IR equals to IZ plus IL. This is quite obvious. IR is Vi minus Vz by R, and IL equals to VL by RL. Now the power dissipation Pz equals to Vz into Iz, obviously. And this Vz max is the maximum power that Zener diode can withstand. It is equal to Vz. Vz is a constant value into Izm. What is Izm? That is the maximum current that the Zener diode can withstand. Obviously, beyond this Pzm or Izm value, the Zener diode may get mutilated due to heating effect. Now we will solve some numerical problem. Please follow this network. Here the input voltage is constant, the load resistance is constant. First, for part A, the load resistance is equal to 1.2 kilo ohm, whereas for part B, this should be equal to 3 kilo ohm. And for this, we have to find out this VL, VR, IZ, and PZ. So let's start solving this problem. For part A, that is for RL equals to 1.2 kilo ohm. First step, what we have discussed earlier, we have to check whether the Zener diode is at on state or at off state. For that, this formula should be used. So let's check. Let V equals to V input into RL by R plus RL, that is 16 into 1.2 by 2.2, that is equal to 8.73 volt. Now, Vz is equal to 10 volt and V is less than Vz. So what happens? The Zener diode here is at off state, as I discussed earlier. So this part will act as open circuit and no current will flow, no Iz here. This is open circuited. And the load voltage equals to 8.73 volt, that is Vi into RL by R plus RL. Iz equals to 0. VR, voltage across this resistance, VR, is nothing but Vi minus VL, that is 7.27 volt, and Pz equals to Vz into Iz, since Iz equals to 0, so Pz equals to 0 watt. Now for part B, at part B we will replace RL and the new value of RL will be 3 kilo ohm. Now again same procedure will be followed. V equals to V input into RL by R plus RL, and this is equal to now 12 volt. Since V is greater than Vz, Zener diode is at on state. 12 volt is greater than 10 volt, that is Vz, so the diode is at on state. And since it is at on state, the load voltage will be now constant at the value of Vz, that is 10 volt. And now you apply basic KCL, KVL, and you can derive these values. And Pz is now Vz into Iz, that is 26.7 milliwatt. You please solve this problem by yourself. Now next problem. For this circuit, in our previous circuit, both Vi and RL were constants. Now Vi is constant but RL is variable, and we have to find out the range of RL for keeping the load voltage constant. The load voltage will be constant if it is kept at Vz for this voltage regulator circuit. So the range of RL will be such that its minimum value will be such that it will start keeping the load voltage at Vz, and maximum value of RL will be such that beyond which the Zener diode may get mutilated. So let's check by phase wise solving this problem. Now the Zener diode is at on state when V is greater than equals to Vz, where V equals to Vi into RL by R plus RL. Now from this, if we proceed, we can find that RL is greater than equals to RVz by Vi minus Vz. So definitely the minimum value of RL will be such that if RL is less than this minimum value RVz by Vi minus Vz, that Zener diode will be at off state. So this value must be kept for keeping the Zener diode at on state, and this is nothing but 250 ohm by solving this equation. Now the maximum value of Zener current is given. The maximum value of Zener current means beyond this the Zener diode may get mutilated due to heating effect. Now this IR is constant. IR is constant because IR equals to Vi minus Vz by R. R is constant, Vi is constant, and Vz is constant when the Zener diode is at on state. So definitely IR will be constant. And applying KCL at this node, IR equals to Iz plus IL. Now this IR is constant, so when the Zener current is maximum, that is Izm, definitely the load current will be minimum. IR is constant, that is equal to Vi minus Vz by R, and applying KCL at this node, IR is equal to the summation of Iz and IL, and hence since IR is constant, that means Iz plus IL is constant. So when the value of Iz is maximum, then the value of IL will be minimum, obviously. So IL minimum equals to IR minus Iz maximum, that is equal to 8 milliampere. Now Vz is constant definitely, and Vz equals to IL into RL. So when IL is minimum, RL is maximum. Vz is constant, that is 10 volt, and hence when RL when IL is minimum, RL should be maximum because the product of IL and RL is constant. So maximum value of RL is 1.25 kilo ohm, beyond which the diode may get mutilated. Because if RL is increased further, the value of IL will decrease, and since IR value is constant, the value of IZ will exceed this IZM value, resulting in heating effect to destroy the Zener diode. Next, problem number 3. Here the RL is constant but VI is variable, and we have to find out the range of VI for keeping the load voltage constant, that is at Vz. Now we should proceed at the similar manner. The Zener diode is at on state when V is greater than equal to Vz, where V equals to V input into RL by R plus RL. From this we can find out that the Vi minimum equals to Vz into R plus RL by RL equals to 23.67 volt, and similarly IL will be 16.67 milliampere. Now here Vz is constant, RL is constant, and IL equals to Vz by RL, so IL should also be constant. Here Vz is constant, RL is constant, and IL should be Vz by RL. So the IL should also be constant, and IR equals to IZ plus IL. IR equals to IZ plus IL, applying KCL here. So maximum value of IR will be such that when the value of IZ is maximum, because IL is constant, and applying KVL, Vi equals to IRR plus Vz. Vz is constant, R is constant, so Vi value will be maximum when the IR value will be maximum. So Vi max is nothing but IR max R in plus Vz equals to 36.87 volt. Thus the maximum value of input voltage is derived. Now we will solve some gate problem. This question came at GATE 2004. In the voltage regulator shown, the load current can vary from 100 milliamps to 500 milliamps. That means the range of IL is from 100 milliamp to 500 milliamp. Assuming that the Zener diode is ideal, that is the Zener knee current is negligibly small, we will take it as 0, and Zener resistance is also 0 in the breakdown region. The value of R is, 4 options are given. Let's solve. In this problem, the V input is constant at 12 volt, Vz is constant at 5 volts. So value of I will be constant, that is nothing but 12 minus 5 by R, that is equal to 7 by R. Now this I is constant, and I applying KCL here, I is equal to IZ plus IL. So when the value of IZ will be minimum, the value of IL will be maximum, and when the value of IZ is maximum, the value of IL will be minimum, since I is constant here. I is constant, and applying KCL here, I equals to IZ plus IL. So when the IZ value is minimum, that is the knee current, then the IL will be maximum, and when the IZ is maximum, IL will be minimum, and it is given that IZ minimum or IZ knee current equals to 0. So I equals to IL maximum, and what is the value of IL maximum? This is nothing but 500 milliamps. So 7 by R equals to 500 milliamps, and from this the value of R is 14 ohm. the value of R is 40 ohm. Next, this question came at GATE 2005. The Zener diode in the regulator circuit shown has a Zener voltage of 5.8 volts and a Zener knee current of 0.5 milliamps. That means it is not an ideal Zener diode because it has a non-negligible Zener current value, that is 0.5 milliamps. That is the IZ mean actually. The maximum load current drawn from this circuit ensuring proper functioning over input voltage range between 20 to 30 volts. What is that? This V input varies from 20 to 30 volt. The minimum value of Zener current, that is the knee current, is 0.5 milliampere. VZ value is 5.8 volt, and we have to find out the maximum load current drawn from this circuit. Say this current is equal to I1. This VZ is constant. R is constant at 1000 ohm. And V1 varies between 20 to 30 volt. So I1, the value of I1 will be maximum when the value of V1 will be maximum, and it is nothing but 30 volt. So I1 max is V1 max minus VZ by 1000, that is 24.2 milliamps. And applying KCL here, I1 max equals to IZ plus IL. So IZ minimum value is given, that is the knee current. When IZ equals to IZ minimum, then IL equals to IL maximum. I1 max is constant, it is IZ plus IL. So when IZ value is minimum, IL is maximum, and this knee current is given. So IL max is I1 max minus I knee current, that is 23.7 milliamps. Now, please carefully follow this problem. This is a typical problem where most of the students will conduct a common mistake. In the circuit shown below, the knee current of ideal Zener diode is 10 milliamp. To maintain 5 volts across the load RL, the minimum value of RL in ohms and minimum power rating of Zener diode in milliwatt respectively are. So what students will start doing is check V equals to VI into RL by R plus RL. And this will not be working here because it is only applicable when the knee current equals to 0. But here knee current is having a value of 10 milliampere. So don't proceed with this formula. So how to solve this problem? Let's see. Here the input voltage 10 volt is constant. VZ value is 5 volt. So this value of I equals to VI minus VZ by 100, that is 50 milliamps. Applying KCL here, I equals to IZ minimum plus IL maximum, as already explained in earlier examples. So IL max equals to I minus I knee, that is 40 milliampere. And this VZ value is constant, and VZ equals to IL into RL. IL into RL is constant, that is VZ. So when the IL value is maximum, the RL value will be minimum. Since the product of IL and RL is VZ, that is a constant value, So when the value of IL is maximum, RL value is minimum. So RL min equals to Vz by IL max equals to 125 ohm. And now for part B, the minimum power rating of Zener diode should be chalked out. So minimum power rating is what? The minimum rating for this circuit which the Zener diode should withstand. So PZ is nothing but Vz into Iz. Vz is constant. So we have to find out for this circuit what would be the value of Iz. The value of Iz equals to I minus IL. Iz equals to I minus IL. So Iz will be maximum when IL will be 0 because I is constant. I is constant which is equal to Iz plus IL. So Iz equals to I minus IL. So value of I is maximum when IL is minimum. And what is the minimum value of IL? When this RL is open circuited, that is IL equals to 0. When the load is open circuited, the IL, minimum value of IL can be 0. So I equals to Iz max, that is 50 milliampere. And minimum rating that this Zener diode should be designed to withstand, that is 50 into 5 milliwatt, that is equal to 250 milliwatt. So answer is B 125 and 250. And this question came in GATE 2015 in the circuit shown below. Zener diode is ideal, that is knee current equals to 0. And Zener voltage Vz is 6 volt. The output voltage is what? So here you can apply this formula since the knee current is 0. That is V equals to Vi into RL by R plus RL. That is 5 volt. Since V is less than Vz, here the Zener diode is at off state. And since it is at off state, this will act as an open circuit and the value of V0 is 10 into 1 by 1 plus 1, that is equal to 5 volt. Thank you so much for listening. For getting a sound gate score, you will have to solve as many numerical problems as possible. So keep on practicing. If my lecture is found to be helpful, please like, share and subscribe my channel. Thank you.